James Whale Radio Show.
Now, right, welcome to the show. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, a programme that is called What Gets on Your Tits, or What Really Screws You Up. One of the things that really screws me up is audiences making a lot of noise when you're on trying to begin the programme, and particularly fiddling around with that plastic bubbly stuff. If anything really gets on your nerves, this is the number to ring. There we are, 0532 46 1000. Now, some of the things that do screw people up apparently are toilet rolls put on the wrong way round. Do people really get upset about that? Toothpaste tubes. I thought everybody used pumps nowadays. I didn't realise anybody used tubes anymore. Leaving the toilet seat up. Apparently that really pisses people off too. Noisy fruit eaters. Those people who, when eating fruit, sounds like they're indulging in some kind of cunnilingus. Not emptying the kitchen bin until it's overflowing. I mean, that doesn't really bother you, does it really? People picking their noses in cars. Or nail biting. I don't think that really does. But now, we're getting onto the things that really do get up your nose. Traffic wardens, say no more. Rude shop assistants who don't think you have enough money to buy what they're selling. Doctors in hospitals who talk about you as if you're not there. That really does upset everybody. Being cut off the phone in mid-conversation. Cars cutting in front of you and then slowing down. Lorry drivers, all lorry drivers, but particularly those which is the twits, that's the word I'm looking for, twits, who drive delivery vans. You know the ones who drive those delivery vans? You understand? The ones who swerve around the little lanes, because it's not their van, they don't give a shit what happens to it. Those are the sort of people. Neighbours mowing the lawn late at night doesn't bother me really, but businessmen. Businessmen in double-breasted suits, those grey suits with these sort of trendy ties, thinking they're terribly hip, that really annoys me. Articulated lorries on roundabouts, not bothered about the articulated lorries, but the roundabouts piss me off. Any band from Liverpool, no, we're okay, we're all right, okay, guys, okay. People mending cortinas on the side of the road. In fact, anybody who owns a Cortina, that really does get on my nerves. GTI drivers, XR3 drivers, those sort of people, they annoy me as well. Anybody in uniform, particularly working in airports, but not the Queen. Not the Queen. Post offices or building societies. You know, when you go into the post office or the building society, they never have enough counters open. Unless, of course, there's nobody in there and then they're all open. That really does annoy me. Yorkshire cricket supporters. Oh, hey, hate those. Oh. Slobs who go on about their rights, string vest wearers and cat owners, but more about the cat owners a little bit later on. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, please meet Delamitri and Always Last
to Know. So you're in love with someone else, don't let me be the last to know. Thank you.
I have to, follow me. I have to tell you that what really annoys me is, apart from certain people telling me what to do, is walking along the street, asking people stupid questions like, what screws you up? The government.
Nothing really.
People spitting in the street.
What about your friend? Let's have one from your friend as well.
Ignorant people.
What really annoys you in life?
Oh, I don't really know.
One thing that annoys me? Ignorance.
I hate women that fart.
What really annoys me? Waiting for ages in the doctor's surgery.
The Conservative government.
Sucking. Labour voters, they really grip my shit. I can't be doing with them.
OK, thank you to the residents of Pimlico for giving us some of the views on what really gets on your nerves. And funnily enough, most people said it was a camera crew asking them ridiculous and stupid questions like what gets on your nerves, and I have to agree with that. But we will carry on. Now, Marion, that's right, isn't it? Marion Tyson, Tyso. I was going to, because you can't be related, can you? No. Is a psychologist, a social psychologist, and she's going to explain why we get on each other's nerves. I have this thing about audiences in TV studios where you notice a few of them in here. Like,
they're looking quite innocent at the moment.
Yeah, they're right there. Yeah, it's okay. You get one or two who actually always look at the monitor, or the two at the back, the older ones at the back, chatting to each other, and we'll go over and find out what they have to say a little later on. But that sort of thing annoys you. And whatever annoys you, oh, you're right in the corner there. Can you see those two older ones up there, the trendy sort of, they look like city gents, don't they? Rather nice.
Sinister.
Yes, yes. The thing is, of course, a lot of different things wind people up. But it all comes, quiet now, thank you. It all comes down to whether we're a basic A or B type, is that right?
Well, it's just one of the things that matters a lot, because if one person if the man is terribly...
Excuse me, just a minute. Could you shut it now? Thank you very much indeed, that's good, fine, okay. Now, sorry, I'm very sorry about that, Marion, a very rude person in the audience, but
he's bigger than me as well.
We'll carry on, go on.
Okay.
A-types, first of all.
Okay, male A-types who are aggressive and thrusting and hard-driving, and they marry gentle, laid-back women. This is a disaster. Mainly because she thinks that now he's married, he's going to come home at 5 and be loving to her and eat her supper and be good and not think about work anymore. She's going to be very disappointed.
Really worry about these sort of things like the toothpaste tube and all that?
Well, the thing is, you're going to live with somebody, you know, year after year after year. Things are going to get on your nerves terribly, even tiny, tiny things. So you just have to negotiate. Maybe, you know, alternate the loo roll every other week. But seriously, I mean, if you need to learn to negotiate your conflicts...
Don't worry about that. That was the A-type being shown out, wasn't it, I think? It's good,
yes,
wasn't it?
I think it was.
But if an A-type marries a B-type, that's bad news.
It's okay if it's an A woman and a B man, because the A woman seems to sweat so hard not only on her work, but also on her marriage.
She sweats a lot.
So the B man...
Really, we've got to watch out for that. Yes, I see. Yes, okay. Is it, I mean, well, it seems to me that if people are going to get upset by these little things, I mean, they're always going to get upset, whatever happens.
Yes, I mean, really, people aren't going to have major conflicts about that sort of thing. They're going to have big conflicts about, you know, you never come home, you never talk to me. It's that sort of thing. It's not going to be the loo roll.
OK, let's take a few phone calls. Patrick in London. Patrick, what screws you up?
Oh, hello, James. Hello, Marion. I think the ultimate mammary leech, or things that get on your...
That was a very long word, wasn't it? Very good, very good. I'm very impressed with that, Patrick.
Losing things. I hate losing things, like keys, wallets, glasses. I mean, you look everywhere. You look under the couch, under the bed, and you went...
A B person, I think, don't you? I think a B person seems to have the general feel of a B person.
Rather B, but also slightly stressed B person, I feel, and maybe starting to get a bit, you know, towards the A type.
Are you slightly stressed, Patrick, or not?
Oh, yeah, well...
Yes, he is. OK, that's good. Susan. Susan, also from London. Hello, Susan.
Hello, James.
Hi. What screws you up?
I've got a neighbour that lives next door to me.
Yeah.
I would say he's approaching 50, a divorcee, and all you hear from this man's mouth is about how he's been
sorry about
there.
that. I just hate it when you go on and nobody told me my flies were under. I'm sorry about that. Never mind about coming closer. You missed it now. Thank you. That was Cecil, the producer. I knew there was a need to have a producer. Now I know why.
You know.
Sorry. Anyway, Susan, I beg your pardon. Yes. Susan.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, this next door neighbour of mine. All you hear from him is how he's been there, he's done this, and how he's passed it, and he can tell everybody how to do everything because he's been there.
Yes, he
You know,
is.
that is so aggravating.
Yeah. Know-alls.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. No, Susan, I agree. Do you agree with Susan?
Absolutely. I think avoidance here.
Avoidance.
You know, just empty the dustbins at different times.
Mow the lawn late at night. That's a good one. That'll probably get them to move.
Goodie.
Right, Patrick from Doncaster. Hi, Patrick.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I'm just following up to say about when I'm married, people want to know all your business, like.
I can't imagine anybody wanting to know your business, Patrick. But still, I mean, would you want to? What sort of business do people want to know about you, Patrick?
Well, they want to know about you know, how you're going to do with your garden and trying to tell you what to do about it, you know.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you do need a little bit of help, Patrick. You know, you sort of get you going a bit. B-type.
B-type.
B-type, yes. Okay, it's fascinating. We've got Marian's book here, Love Isn't Quite Enough.
Yes, I have it about my person.
I don't have to pay you when we do that. Okay, Marian's book is Love Isn't Quite Enough. Now, one thing that annoys me are cat owners. But that may be a thing of the past. Have a look at this. Well, there we are. That was Cool for Cats, a new video which has been put together by, by Peter Neville, who's here. Peter is, of course, an animal behaviourist.
Yeah.
What would you fancy being called?
Pet shrink, anything you like.
You're right, yeah. How you feel?
Yeah,
okay.
I feel fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Good, just relax, let it all hang out and tell me all your problems.
That's it.
Tell me all the sort of things that get on your nerves. But more interestingly, what gets on my nerves, you see, is people who don't have enough time for their animals. And this video is designed for those sort of people, that you're going to put it on and then the cats are going to sit at home while they're out and watch it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, about 10 to 15% of the cats that people in this country own actually never go outside. You've got a top of the food chain predator.
Yeah.
Never leaves the carpets.
In fact, I mean, I'm told there's about 40 million songbirds a year, British birds a year, are killed by cats.
Yeah. Oh, they've evolved to be a very effective predator. And in many ways, apart from the songbird's point of view, it's a pity that they are kept indoors because they've got all this stuff that they can't fulfil. But I mean, can we have this many? I get fed up with running them over. I mean, they're always darting around in front, you know, and then there's blood all over the car and hair stuck on the front. I know you're a dog lover, so I mean...
No, I don't believe in loving any sort of animal because they put you in funny videos for that. So no, that's completely out. But people who have cats say, and this is what gets on my nerves greatly, people who have cats say, oh, no, you can't train it because it's a free spirit, and that's a cop-out, surely.
No, it is true. I mean, genetically, they are probably identical to their ancestor, the African wildcat. It's our fault for expecting to be able to train them. They're predators. They're going to hunt.
But you can train. I mean, I know people who train them. That they'll walk on the lead. They'll come when they're called.
Yeah, but if you want to stop them hunting, you're trying to undo a basic instinct, which you're not going to do. That instinct's going to be there. It's pre-wired. It's been processed by 13 million years of evolution. You know, a pet shrink isn't going to sort that out for you.
No, I agree. But I mean, don't you get upset when you see so many cats perhaps being abused? I mean, I know somebody not a million miles from here who locks his cat up every day. Yeah. He goes out at 9 o'clock in the morning and he's... Oh, sorry, 10 o'clock, is it? Yeah, he's directing at the moment. After this, of course, he won't be employed again. But he locks this poor pussy up.
Yeah.
And it stares... I've been past his house. It sits in the window looking out.
We see... That may be his choice because his cat might get run over and he may love it dearly and he doesn't want it to get run over.
Well, the other one did. I mean, we had a terrible trouble with him when that happened.
Right, but what he's got to do, you see, is invest a lot of time in stimulating that cat. And that's really where the video comes in. That if you keep your cat indoors, you keep two together, you play with them a lot, you give them lots of novelty, you're snoring, shut up. And you play the video because this will fulfil a bit of their instincts that they're not getting outside.
Peter, if you can sell a video to people, and I'm sure you can, we sold the, we had on here and sold quite a lot, the fish tank.
Yeah.
You know, where people couldn't be bothered to keep fish, you buy a video, you put it in the machine, suddenly the TV becomes a fish tank.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a great idea.
Well, people said there was pornography on here, and it's not true.
Well, that's why we had you on, and it wasn't until I read it properly.
Those two cats there, you know, they're just licking each other. That's
okay, let's take a couple more calls about what screws you up. Christian from Bexley Heath. Hello, Christian.
Hello, James.
Yes, Christian.
What really annoys me is when you're sitting on a train or in a restaurant, and there's absolutely no one sitting next to you, and someone comes up and says, "Is there anyone sitting there?" And there's one more thing. When you go to the supermarket...
Yeah, that's a good one, I like that.
and you want the razor blades, and you go and get the slidey ones, you get the clip-on ones instead.
Oh, oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it makes me so cross.
And don't you hate those girls who sit there, and unfortunately, I'm not being sexist, but there usually are girls who sort of chewing gum, and you say, excuse me, how much is this? What? No, how much is it? I don't know. Could you go back and get one with the price on?
And I hate the blokes who go in the pub and leave it. You've had a drink, now leave it.
Yes, yeah, you go in the same pub as me. Thank you very much indeed, Christian. Right, I think we will take a break right here, but keep the phone calls coming in. Don't forget, if there's anything that screws you up, give us a call, 0532 46 1000. Back in a couple of minutes.
Out aboard the James Whale Radio Show!
Now, here we go. Last week's competition to win 4 fantastic comedy videos. Well, anyway, we thought it was quite exciting. You had to tell us who was the radio star related to Judge Pickles. It was, of course, Wilfred Pickles. And some of you did know that. Tom Smedley, in particular, from Manchester, who wins those videos. And well done to you, Tom. What was sincerity there? I think I came out very sincere. Do you like that? Now, this week's competition to win this video from MIA Video, which is called Cool for Cats. Right, that's your video, and that's that. And that's, the ultimate story of sex, drugs, and rock and roll, which you starred in, of course.
Absolutely.
Yes, and Cool for Cats, the story of the Doors. All you have... Thank you. That's fine. Thank you very much indeed. We've got a new idea here. We don't have to pay anybody. If they get a plug for their product, they can come onto the show, and we don't pay them. All you have to do is ring our competition line, 0898 500 111, and sing that fantastic Doors number, Riders on the... How does it go? Riders on the storm... Riders on the storm, riders on the storm. That, you know, ring that number, and the best version will be played on the programme next week, and you could win those fantastic videos and anything else I can think of. Right, back to the entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, I think first time on national television, right here on The Whale Show, a phenomenon in entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, MC Rabi!
Yo, shalom, motherfunkers. I'm MC Rebby, and yo, get down, have something to eat. What festival is it, goy? I'm a half rabbi, half rapper, and I play kosher house music. That's, yes, indeed, make some noise, motherfunker. Yo, ow! Yes, I play kosher house music. That's a fusion of traditional Yiddish klezmer with elements of the current dance explosion. Where I come from, we call it Hasid. Hasid? Yes, you've got it. Of course, some people find that a bit strange. They don't quite understand the concept of kosher house, but what they fail to realise is that Jews actually invented acid house. It goes all the way back to biblical times when Moses went up Mount Sinai and dropped a couple of tablets. And on that note, we're going to play you a bit of kosher house music now, so I want to hear everybody getting down and making some noise for this funky version. Ow! I'll have bass in your face. So, are you ready to make some noise? That's what I want to hear. Let's kick it. Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila, have a good time. Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila, have a good time. Hava neranana, Hava neranana. Hava neranana venismacha, Hava neranana, Hava neranana, Hava neranana venismacha. Urachim venisameach, Urachim venisameach, Urachim, Urachim venisameach. Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila, have a good time. Hava, Nagila Hava, Nagila, Urachim v'nisameach, Urachim v'nisameach, Urachim, you rockin'? Right, well, we're going to go for a bit of audience participation in this song now. So I'm going to shout something out. I want you to shout it back at me. Not just the studio audience there, but everybody at home. So you ready for a bit of audience participation? That's what I want to hear. Let me hear you sing Hava. Nagila. Sing Hava. Have a real good time. Let me hear you sing Hava. Nagila. Sing Hava. Have a real good time. One time. Hava. Nagila. Sing Hava. Let the music take control. Come on now. Hava. Nagila. Sing Hava. Everybody daven. There's bagels in the oven. Gonna make you fetch. Have some hummus on a roll. This beat is kosher-tronic. This beat is kosher-tronic. Here's a bagel, chew on it. Everybody eat to the kosher beat. Can you eat? Are you ready to fry? Have something to eat. Hava, nagila hava, nagila hava, nagila, have something to eat. Yo, hava, nagila hava, nagila hava. Nagila, eat to the kosher beat. Let me hear you sing bagel, falafel, chopped liver. Have something to eat. Smoked salmon, schmaltz herring. Got that. Yo, eat to the kosher beat. Pesach, matzah, umaro. Yo, have a nagila, have a good time. Aleph base in your face. Shalom.
Box.
0898461000.
Call box.
Okay, if you don't get a chance to get on and tell us what screws you up on the programme tonight, ring our call box and we'll play some of them next week. Okay, here's my man, the MC Rabbi. Hey! Whoa!
Good job,
Yeah! Now, we have the MC on the show because he's been screwing up a lot of people about his act, particularly those of the faith. And he's here to justify his existence tonight. They're thinking of sending him over to Israel and not letting him back into the country, actually. A lot of people don't take you the way you really should be, do they?
No, a lot of people, well, not so much a lot of people, but a few people, a few audiences out there, particularly an audience up in Leeds for some reason, failed... Yeah, make some noise. Failed to see the irony in what I was doing and got a bit offended.
It's a serious subject, you know, MC. It's a serious subject. You can't be taking the piss out of it. I mean, it's...
Well, I mean, I'm not taking the piss. I mean, you know, I'm a rabbi myself. I studied at the Woody Allen Yeshiva, where we learned how to... we learned how to exploit a stereotype for maximum financial gain. And, you know, I'm just trying to bring to people what I learned there, you know.
And you're doing very well. Yes, very well. Anyway, we've got some blessed wine and some circumcised bread for you somewhere, I think, as well.
Yes, I've actually got some down here.
Have you? Well, you want to be, you know...
Well, I thought it's Shabbos tonight, the Sabbath,
is it? Well,
it is indeed.
In fact, you
Friday
ought not to be here, really, because I find it very difficult to... shall we break bread?
What's that remind you of? Yes,
well, yes.
That's indeed.
Yes.
Should I say a little blessing?
I'd like you to. I'd like you to. Well, can you rap the blessing or not?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'alam hamotzi lechem min ha'aretz. Chill out.
Yeah, whoa!
Thank you. Who shouted Yiddo?
Yes. You're going to get racist everywhere.
I mean, what's the score? I'm not a Tottenham supporter.
Well, thank you very much. Okay,
wow.
You don't mind doing this while we're going. Now, let's take a few more calls. John from Belfast. Hello, John.
Hello, James.
Yes, John.
Why, when you're going into a shop, the person who's in front of you looks round, sees you coming behind, and slams the door in your face? Why is that?
Ignorance.
Sheer ignorance. People just not courteous anymore.
Well, I think, yeah, I'd agree. Yeah. That really gets on your nerves, doesn't it?
Really, totally gets on my nerves. Yeah.
Now, the best way to deal with that, well, I'm taking Marion's job here, but presumably you just chill out.
Oh, yes. I mean, you can't go around your whole life getting in a total froth about every tiny thing that goes wrong, otherwise you just explode, really.
Yeah, you imagine I wouldn't be here anymore. Anne from Glasgow. Hello, Anne.
Hello, Jim.
Of course, well, we had Delamitri on just for you, Anne. They'll be back later as well. Now, Anne, what screws you up?
My husband
farting in bed.
Your husband farts in bed?
Yes, that's right, Jim.
Oh, that's disgusting. Do you know, I have never known a man that does that. Have you? I have never known a man that breaks wind in bed.
Well, you don't know James then.
Is James your husband?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'd leave him, actually. I think that's probably... That's a good thing about cats, isn't it, funnily enough, Peter? Cats don't fart as much as dogs.
Oh, they do. Oh, it's venomous, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, and it's always personally directed, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. They fart with vengeance.
Well, you live and learn, don't you? Now,
I was going to say, James, if you're going to break anything in bread, break... the drugs are taking effect now. No, I was going to say, if you're going to break anything in bed, break bread.
Break bread in bed, yeah, OK. Can I get on with the show now?
Please do.
Fantastic, OK. Well, listen, today saw the premiere in London, was it today or yesterday, of Wayne's World. Fantastic film. Unfortunately, my invitation obviously got lost. I saw Ross's was there, and he was about... Well, yours wasn't there, was it? Either? No. The four of us sadly missed it. And in future, this programme's going to be called Wales World, because it's pretty hip and trendy, but we got... this is an exclusive, isn't it? Yes. Alice Cooper's new video from Wayne's World, and it's called Feed My Frankenstein.
Feed my Frankenstein.
Alice Cooper and Feed My Frankenstein from Wayne's World. And Marion was saying this fountain's making her feel that she wants to go to the loo if it carries on like this in her ear. But worry not, because I noticed one of our props tonight, get the sausages out, is this. So if you feel the necessity, you just hold on to that. It'll be difficult, I know, but you can pop behind the screen.
Just so tactful.
and it'll be OK. Do people who are less than tactful wind us up, do you think? I mean, do you really get wound up about people who say things and you think, are they doing that to annoy me? But really, they're not.
But, yeah,
they're just thick.
I think that lots of people actually go around doing these things and they don't realise what they're doing, and everybody else is going like this, and people don't realise. So really, it's better to tell people if they're really upsetting you.
Now, back to my problem with cats over here, Peter. And the video is pornographic, isn't it? Really, there are scenes of sexual gratification between cats in it.
There's not. There is no more than feline foreplay. That's all there is. A little bit of washing, a little bit of licking. Don't forget all these star cats are sterilised. That's the price of life with modern men.
Yeah.
So sex is a meaningless thing.
Little thing that's worrying me here, I mean, it's a great idea, because I think if people are stupid enough to buy videos like that, of course, then they deserve everything they get. But I mean...
Do you know
that? Some of those people out there are going to buy this, are going to lock the cat up and leave the video on with this playing. Could that be dangerous? Because somebody told me they showed it to their cats, and the cats freaked out. They were frightened of it. They were sort of running up and down. And
no, they won't be frightened of it.
They won't?
No, they won't be frightened of it.
Yeah.
The idea isn't that you just shut your cat up and leave it playing. You do other things as well. This is part of the stimulation program for your cat.
Like they do with kids, you sit them in front of the television and hope that you've got to be there with your cat.
Yeah, initially, Call for Cats is about showing your cat what's on, and then it's a compensatory thing for when you leave it on its own, so it's got something to keep it occupied. Don't forget, these cats probably hinge their whole day around their owners. If their owners aren't there, like most modern owners aren't, you've got to give them a lot.
You've got to share some quality time with your pussy.
Exactly.
Yeah, OK. Stuart in Shipley. Hi, Stuart.
Hello there.
Hi.
Right, the thing that really gets on my tits is dog shit on the pavement.
Yeah, gets on your feet.
And you can never find the grass to wipe it off with.
You see, cats bury it.
Cats bury it?
Carrots are very clean,
usually in your garden after they've dug all the plants up.
Usually in someone else's garden. It's even better.
OK, so I can basically warn people Shipley is a place to avoid because it's full of dog shit. Is that right?
Correct.
OK, thank you, Stuart. George from Doncaster again. Hello.
Hello, Jim.
Not again, but do you know the bloke who called in before from Doncaster? Was he a friend of yours?
No idea.
Oh, we'll get his phone number, pass it on, and perhaps the two of you can become friends. George,
what really gets up my nose is bald-headed men who grow beards. I'm sorry, Jim, but it...
So sorry we couldn't get that all in. What a shame. What a shame. Never mind. Ignorant little... Anyway, Paul from South Wales. Hello, Paul.
Hello.
Hi.
Right, the thing that gets on my tits, right?
Yes.
Is some form of practical joke. You go into a public call box, right? To dial an important call, and what do you find on the receiver but a used Durex? I cannot stand
tacky. That. Isn't that tacky? That is tacky. Why do people do that?
Absolutely no idea.
Marion, you're a psychologist. You must have the answer to these problems.
I mean, there aren't lots of psychologists going around peering in phone boxes looking for...
Are there? There aren't.
There aren't.
There's a book there for you, Marion.
There could be. I'm looking for an idea.
There is a book, OK?
Yeah.
We're going to come back in a few minutes with some more stupidity. Don't go away. I think you could actually start doing that. Okay, the Whale Show coming to you live. Are we there? Oh, yes, we're there. Hello, there we are. Right, final part this evening, live from Leeds. A look at the mail. Thank you very much indeed for the letters. And if you would like to write in, don't forget, you do, if the letter gets read out, get a packet of late-night entertainment. Getting very rare indeed. And the address coming up on your screen now, Wales Mail Care of Yorkshire Television, Leeds, LS31JS. Now, in response to Judge Pickles last week, Adam Newman of Romford had this to say. Why is it, if I don't pay a few £100 poll tax, I get thrown in prison, whilst the bosses of some supermarkets who break the law by opening on Sundays and thus make huge illegal profits don't get any legal action at all? Don't get me wrong, he says, I support Sunday trading, but it's this kind of blatant hypocrisy that makes the public so distrustful of the legal system. Here, agree with you, Adam. And on the subject of what screws you up, quite a few of you wrote in about driving habits. Jeff Woodward of Coventry said, as a pedestrian, my pet niggles are cyclists who ride on the footpath and motorists who park on pavements. And one extremely peed off Miss Benson of Sheffield wrote, where I live, there are a great many dual carriageways. I always cross at the Pelican Crossings, but even so, in recent months, I've had to dodge inconsiderate motorists. Last month alone, I twice just missed being knocked down. That concerns me, as if motorists don't take into account the life of an adult, what respect do they have of children? And finally, John Pacey in Harrow sent us this list of things which really piss him off. He says people called Kevin, agree with that, cartons of milk designed to spray all over you, people who blame their farts on me, Quiche Lorraine, reformed smokers and drinkers who moan on and on about people who smoke and drink, children aged between 4 and 16, girls with blotchy legs who wear miniskirts, and those pimples on the inside of your nose that you just can't get to. I just thought of something else as well. Hang on, just a minute. Have you seen this? This is great. This, I'm thinking of sponsoring these. This is a bed snake bat, and this is supposed to be the best form of contraception that there is. Very good indeed. Very good. Now, what was I going to do next? Knickers, yeah. Oh, just before that. Oh, no, hang on, just 1 minute. No, just before it. On the 5th of June, I want you to pay attention, come in a bit closer, because just hide that a minute. On the 5th of June, we're going to have a car boot sale as the programme, right? The whole programme is going to be one giant car boot sale, because they really piss me off. And if you have a car full of junk and you'd like to bring it along to the studio and take part in it, then please get in touch. You know the address? The James Whale Show, Leeds, blah, 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 blah. Can we put it up again? Just put it over my face? I know people don't want to be without my face, but just put, there we are, Wales Mail, Yorkshire Television, Leeds, LS31JS. That's all you have to do. Now, last week, knickers, of course, this plastic pair of knickers was sent in, and somebody said that they were sexually very turned on if they were worn close to the skin. And Colin here, who is on the phones, has been wearing them close to the skin for about a week. How have you felt? Yeah? And has it caused you any kind of chafing in any area or not? Yeah? Yeah, but you have been quite turned on. Yeah, you've been sort of little rumblings around there, haven't there? Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Do carry on, all of you. I can see you're working so terribly hard. This way, Les. Downstairs, carry on. All right, MC? Yo! You had a question.
James.
I'm getting down,
Good,
but the camera's not quite as quick as me. You had a question for Peter?
Yeah, I did. What I wanted to ask Peter about is, I've got a mouthful of bagel here actually, but never mind. I've got a problem with my pet cat, Tiddles Goldstein. And I just wondered, you know, if maybe... Because you see, I mean, I just can't get him to eat kosher, you know. Oh, the book, yeah. No, actually, I can't...
Hold it that way.
Yeah, there we go. Actually, you know, maybe...
No, come on, MC.
Yeah, no,
you want your cat to eat kosher, right?
Well, I can't get him to eat kosher. I tell you, I can't... He mixes his milk with his meat. I can't get him to pray before.
Disgusting.
Can't get him to pray after. I
that
clean
would
up.
Screw me up.
I look after him. I buy his food. All this... Do I get a thank you? Not one thank you. Oi, I tell you.
God, don't he go on?
Peter, answer this man's question, Peter. Answer this man's question.
No nuchas do I get from that cat, I'll tell you.
But cats aren't Jewish. I'm sorry to tell you this.
There must... Oh, now, Peter.
With a name like Goldstein, he's not Jewish.
I'm sorry, no, cats.
Can't you get Jewish cats?
Well, you can get them born in Israel, but Does that make them Jewish?
Well, we'll talk about this on another programme. Another programme. I want to come over to Marion now, because in your book, Marion, Love Isn't Quite Enough.
That's the title.
It says all sorts of interesting things, but really it lays its home. It says both men and women can experience problems with sexual desire, feeling uninterested in sex, women somewhat more often than men. That has not been my experience. It's usually the women who are more interested than the men. Don't you agree, guys? And we sort of want to go sleep for a while and all that sort of thing, yeah.
Enough experience, I'm afraid.
But you put in the book, all the little niggles and problems are really all down to sex?
No, no, no. I don't think so at all.
You don't?
No. I mean, sex is important, but it isn't as important as everybody thinks. You know, that people can actually say, I'm happy with my marriage, and the sex is actually a bit dodgy.
Hang on, can we just... sorry about this. Is that his microphone and the tin plate, or the... no, it'd be all right. It'd be okay. I'll live with it. Okay, sorry about that.
No, the more important things are things like whether or not you tell the other person you love them often enough, whether you spend enough time together, whether you have fun together, that sort of thing. That's what really matters. And that's what needs to be negotiated and talked about.
So sex is not important?
Sex is important, but it isn't... You know, people can have wonderful sex until the day they separate. So you can't say that it's all down to that.
Yeah. This is not a problem for cat lovers, of course.
I was thinking my wife's listening to this.
Well,
She's going to buy your book now.
I won't,
Please,
I won't tell her what you're up to before. Right, OK, well, let's go back to the calls. Chris, I think, in... where the hell? Oh, Dagenham. It looks like dog ends. Dagenham. Hello, hello, Chris.
It's not Dagenham, it's Dagenham.
It's Dagenham?
Dagenham.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
yes.
The thing that really...
People who correct me really piss me off. Anyway, go on. Go on.
Things that really piss me off are people that go for a poo, and they pull the chain and it doesn't go down, they don't bother to re-pull it. So when you go up to the toilet, it's poking its head out the top of the toilet, staring at you. And you're too scared to sit down in case it bites your bum off. And that really pisses me off.
Couldn't you... one thing I really hate is people talking about, you know, well, shit, basically. I mean, I hate that sort of... You know, it has to be done and all that sort of... You see enough of it on the pavements of this country. I hate talking about
politely.
it. Yeah. Can't you flush? Couldn't you flush or not?
Well, it's down to the person who's done it, and it really... You don't want to stare at another person.
Yeah, but it's embarrassing. Have you ever gone back out into a restaurant or a party and you say, oh, oi, because you saw the guy come in before you. You didn't flush. Can you come in here?
Yes, I think that's a good point. And also, before I go, I don't mean to carry on, but can I ask Marion a quick question?
Oh, I wish you would. I mean, she's sitting here waiting.
Right, is she married?
Divorced.
Divorced.
That's I'm sorry, you don't have to answer these if you don't want.
Oh, no.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
I thought she was married. I thought she hadn't been married, and I was going to say, how could she comment on sort of married life if she hadn't been involved?
She's a psychologist. Don't be ridiculous. They comment on everything.
But experience is the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. You keep on doing it.
And I like bald people with beards as well.
Well, thank you very much indeed. Perhaps we could go out on a date.
Sorry,
okay.
you're out of this one.
I am.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nearly.
Yeah. Hey, high five. Yes. Tony from Portsmouth. Hello, Tony.
Hi, James. I've got 2 points, actually. One possibly for your psychologist.
Right.
The other one
Cat
is the...
or human?
It's human.
Okay, fine.
Why is it people, when in restaurants, cafeterias, always happen to talk when they're eating? They've got a mouthful of food, and they let everybody have a bit. And then the other one is, I know you mentioned drivers in general, but have you come across the fact that taxi drivers tend to think they own the roads after 11 o'clock at night?
Yeah, well, I think taxi drivers tend to think they own the roads at any time of day or night. Tony, for being the most serious-sounding and most intelligent-sounding call we have had so far on the programme tonight, would you get Tony's address, please, up there? And we are going to send you this bagel. The MC has told me that he's done all sorts of interesting things with this and could be a very fulfilled sex life. So he'll sign it for you and we'll send it. Thank you very much indeed. Right, let's go on. Matthew from King's Lynn. Do it afterwards. Matthew?
Yeah. What really pisses me off is the fact that I have to wait so long to get on the show.
Oh, well, we've put that right. Now you're off. Amanda. Amanda from London. Yes, Amanda. Hello, Amanda.
Hello.
Hi, somebody asleep. I was going to say awake, but that would be unusual. Yes, Amanda.
Hello.
Hi.
The thing that really annoys me is when people invade your personal space.
I hate that too. I agree with you. Richard from Manchester.
Good evening, James. I'd like to speak to the rabbi, please.
Yeah, go on.
Right. Don't you think that what he's doing is adding to anti-Semitism and stereotyping Jews more?
Very quick answer to that. Do you think that you are adding to anti-Semitism or not?
No.
No, good, fine. Thank you very much indeed. Now, that's almost it. Next week's programme, and you'll be interested in this, next week's programme is a guide to brothel keeping, because, of course, we think they're going to actually legalise brothels in this country, so we have the definitive work on brothel keeping. I will look forward to seeing you in Great Yarmouth tomorrow night on the seafront. Thank you very much indeed, all of you, for coming in. We're going to break bread and drink wine for the rest of the evening. And right now, to finish off tonight, a nice track from Delamitri. And this is all about... This is all about getting pissed off after having too much whiskey. Good night, have a nice bank holiday weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, Whiskey Remorse!
There is a girl I used to know.